Yes, 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 yes. What's up, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome to another live edition and in color, I might add, to Sarcasm Orgasms. I am joined by some really, really good, beautiful black people. So I would love to welcome my guests to the Sarcasm and Orgasms. First, we will start off, the lady of the bunch. What's going on, Miss Lady? How you doing?
Hello, it's your girl Venice, aka V.
And where are you coming from,
I'm
Venice?
coming from I'm the host of podcast Sip and Spill, representing from Philadelphia, currently in California, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And then, of course, we would go all the way over to my left and up in the corner, Mr. Billy G. Williams. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, Will? What's going on?
What's going on, sir? How you doing? Where are you coming from?
I am coming from Brooklyn, New York. I am host and creator of the podcast Friends with Billy podcast, all things relationship. It's the podcast, it's a relationship podcast for the grown and sexy and a master class for the young millennial. Come and get some.
Yeah, they definitely do. Because like I told you, I've been checking out your stuff, and I learned some things like my dad used to tell me when I was a child that he still tells me now. So it's very relevant if you just open up your ears and pay attention. So thank you so much for joining me, sir. I appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt.
And last but not least, we got my man. What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, Mister? What
I'm
was
doing
said?
great. I'm doing great. I could be doing better, but I'm fine.
Well, brother, you go. You here with us? We about to get into it. So tell me, who are you and where are you from? Let the people know.
Well, everyone calls me Vontae, but out here in the world, what was said is my name. You can
Hmm.
find me on any platform.
Any platform?
Yeah. Anytime you Google what was said, I pop up. You're gonna see this beautiful face and smile.
I know that's what's up. I know that's what's up. So, people, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode live and in color of Sarcasm and Orgasm. So, we're going to get right in. Everybody, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Okay. So, here is the topic. What is your level of pettiness in a relationship? Who would love to go first?
I can go first.
Ladies
Please.
first, ladies
Okay.
first, man.
Oh
Okay,
no,
go
I
ahead.
want to hear. No, I want to hear what he got to say.
Okay,
Come on,
y'all ready?
Vante. Let's hear that.
So my level of pettiness is basically one day when my ex finished from having sex, I felt a vibe. So I'm like, okay, I need to, because I seen him with a flash drive one day, and I see him snatch it out of his car. So after we had sex that day, I went to go searching. As we finished, my laptop was hooked up to the TV, and I was trying to see what was on it. I found some news on his flash drive that he took that he never sent
Ooh.
me. And I was so pissed. So I'm waiting for him to wake up after everything that's on my laptop is on the TV. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. So I'm like, okay, since he waking up, I printed the pictures out and I kept them, and in my room just for Mad Day, just in case something happened.
So did you use them?
Nope, I just got him
Okay.
just in case he pissed me off. I got him right there, just waiting, cause I know one day something gonna piss me off. I got him.
So when you said, sorry, I just had some follow up questions. So when you said your ex, did this happen while y'all were together, or this happened as they were still your ex?
After we were still my ex, cause we were still,
Y'all still
sexual
dealing, but
partners.
y'all weren't together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my petty is very different in a relationship than outside of a relationship. I am way pettier outside of a relationship. Um, in a relationship, I'm trying to think. I think my level of petty is that I will do like dumb shit to get attention. Like I saw this meme the other day, somebody posted on their Facebook, like, my girl is so dramatic. She went and hid in a closet waiting for me to ask her what's wrong. She's just gonna sleep in there. And that is so me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will sit in that
Wow.
closet for
Oh my
hours.
goodness.
I'll get a blanket until you come ask me what's wrong. Because why would you let me sit in the closet? And then I'm gonna have an attitude when you don't ask me why I was in the closet and just let me sit there. So that's me.
Mm. Oh, it's my go, right?
Mr. Williams. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, damn. Those is hard to follow up behind, but I was trying to think of a good one. But I'm going to say two things to the question. First thing, and the young lady, she made a good point about being petty in and outside of a relationship. So I'm going to go with the inside of the relationship. So me personally, I don't like to share my food when it comes to like eating, and I know like dinner dates is a big thing in a relationship. So if me and this young lady was out, let's say like ordering food, it's a Friday night, you know, we're doing the Netflix and chill thing, and I'm ordering food, I'm gonna say to you, boo, get what you want. All right? The world is your oyster. Get what you want.
Yep.
And we all know every time you tell your young lady to get what you want, then y'all get back to the crib, right? You keefing, you doing whatever you doing, and she like, ooh, let me get some of what you got. I'm not giving you nothing. Because what I said when we ordered the food, get what you want. So I don't like to share food. That's my level.
You know, now that he said that, I have to add on, I am definitely that person who's going to steal your French fries and your chicken wings because they're much better because they're yours than when they're mine. So that's me.
It's the same French fries and wings.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, when you order them for me, they don't taste the same. Like I need yours. Because the other thing is, I eat like a bird. Like, so I'm not going to eat a whole order by myself. Just give me like a handful of yours and I'll be fine. You know, but the more you tell me no, the more I'm gonna go out of my way to steal them. So that's my level.
I'll tell any woman I'm dating, I don't like to share my food. I say that up front.
Well, before I go ahead and, say my level of pettiness, I would love to welcome from Pussy Talks, Miss CL. What's going on, Miss Lady? How you doing?
What's up,
Hello.
y'all?
Hello.
Hey, y'all. Hey, how y'all?
Tardy to the party.
I've been chilling. I'm sorry. He late. What the fuck? I've been waiting since 8 mother. Nope. I ain't even gonna come here talking.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, technically, Will, you was the late one. Technically, you
yes,
was the late.
Okay, and I said I was sorry. My fault. I apologize.
You know how them light skinned motherfuckers do.
Oh,
We
here
said
we go.
this
Shit.
8:49.
Shots fired. Bang bang.
I
Nice
was
to see
the
you
afterthought. I was the after come after you wake up and wipe yourself off. That's how the fuck you felt about me.
Well, you're here, so you're welcome.
Thank you. Let me introduce myself. Thank you. I just want to say thank all you motherfuckers for watching Sarcasms and motherfucking orgasms with my big brother Will. I am CL Pussy Talks, and the pettiest shit I do in relationships, nigga, I cut holes in all your drawers in the dick part. Fuck with me.
Yes, please do. Yes. Yeah. The dick part. Yeah,
the dick part is out.
Yeah,
I cut the tongue out of your motherfucking shoes. That's the bitch.
She always prays it. That's why I love you, CL. That's why I love you. You just keep it real.
They was being cute. I was just keeping it real. Like,
I got some more stories, but
that's what they want to do. So it's all on them. So you know what? Before I release my level of pettiness, I know you got roaring and raving thoughts of it. So please tell me, what is your level of pettiness in a relationship?
For me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I thought I just answered it. I told you.
Oh, you did? I thought you had more.
She said she cut the hole in your drawers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm cutting out all the dick parts right before you go play basketball with your homies.
I don't know why it's got to be the dick parts though, because I don't even wear underwear, so I guess I'm out of that bunch.
Oh Lord! And I'm gonna cut the tongue part out of your good tennis shoes, so you really can't ball today. That's how petty.
The fuck? What the? Oh hell nah! You ain't doing that. No.
Your petty and my petty ain't got to be the same motherfucking petty.
No, it don't got to be. I just won't be dating you. I know that.
That you trying to be a social worker. I thought this was a safe place. The fuck is going on?
It is a safe place, but you're not gonna be cutting up my shit. Ain't happening. No.
Straight up.
I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I just want your shit to feel artsy. I'm being creative. You should think.
Well, I'm sensitive about what I spend my money on. So you're not going to be cutting up my shoes that I paid for. And
Well,
then you
guess
just
what
like,
website you on? Wrongbitch.com.
okay, yeah,
Wrongbitch.com.
you take that somewhere else.
BigWrongBitch.org too. Don't come on my website. You know,
Okay,
you fucked up.
I
You
will,
fucked up. I
I
don't
will
even
put a
like
mommy block
pink
on that
stuff.
shit because I ain't doing it.
I don't even do the light skin, so okay, leave me alone.
Whatever, yeah, okay.
Whatever.
But so I will give mine. Okay, so I was in a relationship for like 3 months. I dated this girl, and she was like, "You gotta wait 90 days." I said, "Okay, that's fine."
To
I
do
waited
what?
90 to have sex.
That
She had
pussy
that
was childish. You had just some more childish pussy, didn't you?
Yes, it was childish. It was so bad
You're
that
reading Steve Harvey.
it made me do what I did, and I don't regret it. So after we had sex, she fell asleep. I woke up. I deleted my name out her phone and sent a mass text to everybody saying I'm pregnant, and never talked to her ever again.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, no
Damn, bro.
way.
Yep. Yes.
Damn.
I was
I mean,
so mad.
was the
so mad.
buns bleach fire? Like, was the buns trash?
It was very trash.
I was about
So
to say
you
they
could
couldn't
have
have
Very
been
helped her
good.
out.
They
We
couldn't have
Wait,
been
90
good
days
to do
with
that.
the hot
could
garbage?
have helped her out. You could have taught her some stuff. You know, we can
No,
learn.
the way
He
she
said,
was
I
talking
waited
like
90
she
days
knew
for
everything.
this.
Yes, yeah, I waited 90 days for this shit, and this shit was trash-o-matic. Just
Yo,
straight trash.
let me say this about that 90-day rule bullshit. Let me just say that, because Steve Harvey fucked up a lot of women with that 90-day rule bullshit. All right, 90 days. I'm not mad at no woman that make a dude wait a little while to get some. I get it. You got morals. You don't want to be looked at as a piece of ass. I get all of that. But it don't take 90 days to figure out if you want to give the dude some ass or not. Now, probably the 3 main reasons you want to know if the shit trash or not. So if I wait 90 days for some trash, I'm doing what Will did. You're not gonna see me again. That's automatic. Number 2, I want to know how you act after you give me the buns. Right? So if I wait 90 days to get some trash buns and then you act like a maniac, I'm gonna be pissed off. I might turn to the maniac.
You
after
over
that.
here acting like you passing out USDA dick. He acting.
Listen,
Come talk to me.
come get some. That's all I'm saying to that.
What I think.
And number 3, right? It's too much ass out here to be waiting 90 days for some trash buns. It's just too much out here.
So this is the question. So during the 90 days I'm waiting, that mean I can't fuck nobody else? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
If we not together, you can do what you want.
Well, no, I'm asking like people in general, like when they like, oh, you gotta wait 90 days. So I could wait to fuck you 90 days, but I'm not waiting to keep fucking Billy during that 90 days. Or is that not how that works?
I thought
Nah,
it
wait
was
90 days.
how it
I'm
worked.
barely waiting 90 minutes.
I'm waiting 90 days. Well, I'm waiting for your 90 days for you to open up, and we ain't mess with nobody for that. Well, I don't know.
Don't speak for me.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing no 3 month bid with you.
Because that's what you want to do with your dick. If you want me to wait 90 days to ride your ride, that's fine. But you can't shut down my ride. This my house.
Niggas is
As
making
long as
girls
I'm
wait
waiting
90
30 days. I'm not going past 30 days.
Nigga wait 90. I never known a nigga to wait for. I'm gonna know.
I know what you're trying to say, to flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's why I was like, niggas is making girls wait 90 days, because I'm not gonna lie. If somebody hit me with that, I'll be like, what? Like, I wouldn't even know how to react to that.
Yeah, it was trash. I didn't wait 90 days, and that's my thing. I was dealing with someone else at the same time. I'm like, well, this could be worth it, so I'm still gonna keep her. But after that I talked to her the next day. It's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit. You trash. She really is. And
but
it makes me wait for this trash.
Helping her get better. You believe in
Why do I need to help her get better when she was smashing everybody?
I ain't teaching nobody how to fuck.
So I have.
We all gotta learn. I mean, we all ain't perfect.
But the other 5 people you gave some dick before me, I'm not teaching you shit. I love you though.
Yeah, I'm out of.
I'm not teaching you how to fuck. I'm too old for that. You better come dick ready.
I'm out of.
But I still got some learning to do. I still gotta,
You learned it all at 25.
How does a woman have like trash box? Like, I've always wondered.
I knew that question was coming. I knew
it was
coming.
I mean,
I was waiting for it too.
I think every woman wants to know that answer to that question.
Right. And every time I ask it, I feel like I learned something new. Like, I hear somebody has a different reason.
I'm gonna raise my hand to that one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it directly to you because you asked the question. Just from me looking at you through this camera, you look like you got some firebox.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Shorty on the other end, just from me looking at her on the camera, and the way how she all turned up, she looked like she a wild freak.
Yep.
Oh
She
shit!
says she is. She always says she is.
Where's
She-
Oh, don't be acting all innocent now. You always talk about your pussy this,
First of
my
all,
pussy
keep
that.
talking
Yeah.
to me like that.
But Shorty, Shorty on the bottom. I'm sorry, I can't see your name because I'm doing this on my phone. You look like you got like good girl firebox though, not like wild freak box.
We're categorizing boxes
Okay.
now. Nice.
Like you would be a nice wifey box.
But the question
The other young lady on
how
the panel,
you
that's the one I'm gonna have to go 100 miles an hour on.
Oh my god.
Cause she cutting up
But
niggas'
you
clothes
ain't
and
answer
all
the
that. So
question.
that box
He
looks different.
sure didn't answer.
You
I was
didn't
trying
answer
to
the
figure out
question. You just
never
put
answered
us in
the
categories. I'm trying to figure out like, what is trash box?
My personality does not dictate my pussy. So
Okay.
Well, I can. Well, let me answer the question. So when I was
Okay.
dealing with her box was trash because she said she could suck good dick. She did it. She said she stays moist, and she did it. It was trash. Like it's like you took her panties off, and they were trying to stay up there because she put something that just did not want to come down. It was almost felt like there was a chastity belt on it.
box.
Yeah, it was a chastity box. So it was dry the whole time. No matter what I did, no matter how much foreplay was done, it was trash from the beginning to the end. That was my definition. Just you talk up like your game is so good, but then it's not.
But
And then I even
when anybody talks up their game, it's always trash. Don't tell me how it is. Just let me ride the ride.
See, that's how I am.
I like a mystery.
I let you find out when you get there. You're gonna find out once you get here. You're gonna find out. I ain't got time to talk.
I disagree
I'm
with
gonna
you.
come in there. I'm gonna work that box. I'm gonna do this.
Talking is very important.
It's not. It's not. Show me what you're gonna do.
Like talking during sex or before?
Both.
Basically, talking your sex game, telling you.
See, us talking
you
like how we're doing now. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I'm putting this all together in my head. Who got the firebox in that?
Okay.
You said I put you in the category, but I really did.
Every guy.
Well, no, I was saying because I had asked what trash box was, and I just felt like you didn't answer the question.
I mean, I haven't had sex with you, so I can't tell you if your box trash or not.
I didn't
tell
ask
you
if
what
I
it
had
looks like
trash
to
box.
me. I'm saying what it
ask
looks
about
like
me
to
at
me.
all. I'm very confused how we got here.
I'm just saying what it looks like to me from what I'm observing through this camera.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking in my brain.
Got you.
But to get the answer you're looking for, it would have to be an actual deed, and then I can come back and tell you what it is.
But I didn't ask you if my box was trash.
No, I didn't say that. I said that's the only way I would be able to tell that.
Well, let me ask you a better question. You know, I'm a host of a show too. So the question is, the last person that you considered her box trash, what made her box trash?
Thank you.
Okay, that's much better.
It was
that's somebody I have to speak on. Okay. Dead fish is trash box. Are you familiar with the term a dead fish?
Oh, yes.
I think we may be talking the same thing. I call it a starfish, where they just lay there all fours out. So what is it?
That can make sex very whack. Second, you don't know your body. You don't know how your own body operates. Right? You want me to figure out your body. You don't know how your own body operates. You don't know what makes you feel good, what makes you wet to Will's point. You know, things that you're comfortable doing, X, Y, and Z. If you just freestyling on me, it's probably going to be trash.
Okay, so participation is important to you. Confidence.
Cleanliness is another one.
Yeah, cleanliness. Yeah, cleanliness.
Yeah, fresh out the shower box is good.
And participation. That's the same thing for me for good dick. You could.
So let's flip it to you women. What makes bad dick?
Talk to him, Bill.
Like Miss Pussy Talks, tell me what makes dick bad.
Well, there is no such thing. Hold on, I'm giving my wand. There is no such thing as bad dick. All dick can be used. So,
even if it's limp?
We could use it. Like, we could use it to like rub it on shit like this.
What are you painting?
What you gonna
Let
do? Put
me
some lotion
explain.
on it?
Yeah, no,
I'm
like
dead.
she like this.
I just put it on.
All meat is good meat, but all meat may not be good to that person. Cause I've had some dick that was fire. Talked to some girls years later, like, girl, I think the dick was whack. I said, well, maybe you didn't bring out what I brought in him. So all meat is not made equal, but I
So
do.
you live the free.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm a professor. I don't know if y'all know this, but I am a professor. I wrote a book about this. It's called P Economics. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is, like, I don't
Talk
like
to
to
'em.
degrade nobody. I don't think all box is bad. I don't think it's no such thing as bad box or bad meat. I feel like it's all about your partner, because I did some shit with some people that I wasn't expecting to run up on me. Like, I can't believe I just did that. He fucked up my spirit. You know what I'm saying? We've all had that thing. Like, I don't know how my panties got on the ceiling fan. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So to answer your question, to me, what makes good meat is his confidence. You ain't got to be the best pussy eater in the world, but if you come in here and spread them and act like you want to be here, that's a plus. And it's the same thing when guys get their dick. If you go in there and rip that motherfucker out of his pants, he's gonna be like, oh my, he's gonna feel like, okay, I'm ready for the party. Confidence is a big thing in the bedroom. Number two, technique. Like, nigga, if you bring some special moves I ain't never seen, I'm gonna be like, go boo. That's important. Keep it kind of spicy. And most importantly, like you said, cleanliness. That's for me, but it's me.
I'd agree with that. I'm curious if you feel this way. Do you feel like men with how do I say that? Do you feel like men with big dicks are more likely to be lazy?
Oh, I hate big dicks. On my show, I always tell people,
I feel like
matters.
I feel like when a man's dick is like super big, they just feel like they just need to show up and that's it. And then you're doing all the work. And it's like, and so it's like that. I agree with like the participation, like making sure you're involved. Like, I agree with everything that she just said, but definitely just don't be lazy. Like, don't be lazy. Also, like, I think it's important too to like pick up on cues, or like if I'm communicating to you that I like something and you are just going out of your way to like not avoid, because I've never had someone avoid. I don't know how to say it, but basically like certain things I like during foreplay, right? I'm going to make sure that I leave hints before we have sex that I like that, or during sex. If you're not picking up on that or acting on that, that's kind of a bit of a turn off for me, because it's like I'm being very straightforward. Because for me, I am very observant. I listen a lot. So if you tell me you like something during sex, I'm going to do it. Like, it's very little things that I'm not willing to do during sex, to be honest. So it's like, if you tell me you like that, I'm going to make it happen. So I just want the same thing in return.
Thank you. That was well said.
Yes.
It's like, I feel like guys, I don't know, like when I was younger, guys love to eat pussy. You get older, they be like, well, I'm gonna be lazy because I bought big dick. That turns me off so much. Like, you have to catch me on the day that I'm just willing.
Like, nigga, no.
Yeah, I prefer a love.
I disagree.
Okay.
I don't want to pipe somebody that's gonna love all over me. Like, if you just bring dick and you want to dick me down 5 nights a week, for me, I'm not gonna have my full potential sexual experience with you, because I'm not the type that you can bang my pussy out and I'm gonna come. I like oral sex because my clitoris is how I prefer, to play with. If you don't want to eat it, you need to acknowledge it. But if you just came here and brought dick to the party, I'm not as turned on if you were loving me instead of fucking me.
I will say though, if you have a curved penis, that's a cheat code. So that's
a whole different curved penis before.
Girl, it'll change your fucking life. I promise you. Change your life. If your dick is curved, you got a cheat code, and God.
Billy raising his hand.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry to break up the sister circle.
I'm come to the wild side, B. They won't let me.
Yeah, well, interject, man. You're the point guard here.
Yeah, this is why I don't get invited to his show. He said I talk too much, so I'm done talking.
No. You know I love having you come on. So I say like this. I am blessed because I know how to use my mouth and I know how to use my dick. But you don't have women who can be able to appreciate both. Some of them want one or the other. And I think that's almost a problem. It's like, yeah, every man wants sex. They really do. But they want sex to where it's good over and over, almost with the same person. So I don't want to keep going out here in these streets, giving this good dick and these good lips to every single woman that really doesn't deserve it.
I'm gonna need you to stop kissing your own ass, Jesus. But continue.
I'm not kissing my ass. I know what I'm capable of. Don't try.
Hey, that's why we say we like confidence. Talk your shit. I'm just talking shit.
It's never shit with you because it's like there's a hidden truth behind it. So sometimes I don't know what to say with you. I really don't. But please, Billy, go ahead. So I'll be quiet for her.
I just want to rebut to what the lady said about the penis size and, you know, taking cues from your partner and all those kind of things. All right, so I'm gonna compare the big penis guy to the pretty girl with the nice body, right?
Okay.
Pretty girl with the nice body, in most cases, feel like she just got to show up, and you should be happy just to be in her presence, and doesn't make the sexual experience pleasurable for everybody, right? Now, sex is supposed to be pleasure for everybody, not just for one person. And I hear a lot of me stuff when people talk about sex. So I always like to have sex conversations with any female that we at that stage where we get to know each other. I want to know what things you into, and I'll share what things that I'm into. And then when we get to the get down, we have some kind of idea the things that we're into. So maybe you might like giving head, but maybe you're not good at it. Maybe I might have a big dick, you know what I'm saying, that you want to do with a big dick, but I don't know how to use my big dick, right? But the only way to learn is building that sexual chemistry with one another. And I just think sometimes in the bedroom, people don't take the time to really get to learn the other person and what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses and things to work on. So I heard the young lady say earlier, she don't want to teach anybody. I don't want to teach anybody either, which is the reason why I have the conversation. So we could be clear on what the expectation is. So now me personally, my preference in the bedroom, I love getting head. I love foreplay. I like everything associated with sex. I don't, the only thing I'm not into sexual is anything that ventures into the alphabet gang. That's not really my thing. But anything
so you don't like your ass
sexual, I'm all for it. Now, sex conversation to me is completely healthy. Just put it all out there, what each other is into.
Okay. I kind of see what you're saying, but then for me, I like on the spot interviews. If we have sex, I would prefer not to have a sexual conversation with you before I have sex with you. Let me just have sex with you. I'm like, okay, he good at this. Let me have sex with you one more time, and then let's have that conversation. Because
wow, yeah, no.
That sounds like trouble.
Oh,
it really does.
That sounds like you setting yourself up for disappointment.
That sounds like trouble.
I
mean, I hear you, but
that's
no
fire, bro. It's probably fire.
Let me
she
see.
Probably throw that ass in a circle. She really probably can.
No, what I'm saying is put your best game forward, because you have so many times. I've met so many people that I'll tell them exactly what I like, and they're so focused on exactly what I like instead of telling me, showing me who the real them are. And that's why I feel like even in dating, you can't give too much because you still want to allow them to be their selves. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell you I like my pussy, and then you come here like the pussy monster, and then you forget your dick stroke. Like, I don't want to throw you off. I want to see the authentic you. And then from there, I'm like, I like how you did that because you added a little shadinka-ding. I like to perfect your recipe. I don't want to fuck up your groove, but that's me.
Okay.
What about you, Vontae? What you got to say?
I was actually curious what Vontae had to say earlier, because you said you disagreed with something, and I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Oh, yeah, with the big compliment. Because I feel like me, I ain't gonna say what I got because everybody knows what I am. It's videos on me on the internet. But
what's your name?
Right there.
Even though I come with what I come with, I'm gonna come with a little bit of extra. Like, I'm gonna make sure, like, 'cause I feel like I like the pleasure first. Like, I like to make sure my meat is pleasure, because I feel like, okay, even though I want to get some ass, I want to make sure you good too. So I'm gonna make sure I may focus too much on pleasuring the other party. So I feel like I don't come there just with the big dick. I come there with just, I want to pleasure this other person too before I get to where I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to pleasure him too, because I want him to invite me back. I want to get a call back. So that's why your job should always be wanting to pleasure that person, not just being a selfish lover. And I just
so far we're on the interview process, basically.
Yeah, of course. Come in this
normalize sex conversation.
I feel like I get turned on by seeing the other person pleasured.
Me too.
Yeah, like that's why I think like when somebody else is selfish, I get turned off by that because it's like I get so turned on by seeing me pleasuring that person.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's good. I mean you're doing a good job. They
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like my ego go up. I start feeling good about myself, and then my confidence then went from here to here, you know. So now I'm like pulling out tricks I didn't know I had. So it's like
Yeah,
I just feel like,
but
you said, if you want to get a
it's
call
that's
just
when
back,
really
you
in
somebody
got
it
could
to.
bring
now.
that freak out of you. When somebody could bring
Mhm.
that freak out of you, that's always, you know, a valuable skill set. When somebody
Mhm.
just kind of know their way around the female anatomy, you know what I'm saying? That could take you to that next level.
Mhm.
I guess that's what the other young lady was trying to imply. Like she wants somebody that's experienced and let me see what you got. And then if you know what you're doing, then you know it's all
Yeah.
good.
We can build on that because after you like
Mhm.
25 or 30, you got it, but then you're still open as long as you're still open for feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I like
everybody needs
I
Know
feedback.
what to talk about.
I think it's also
I
a
still need to talk.
misconception too that
talking
like
about sex
oh,
before sex actually turns me off with guys because I feel like that's all you want. So that's why I would rather just not have that
No, no,
conversation.
no. I'm not saying we just gonna talk about sex. I'm saying when we get to that point in our conversation, when we comfortable
When
with
we get to
having
the
it.
point I want to fuck you, we just fucking. We really don't need to talk about that.
Oh,
It's
we
fine.
no. I know my way around some vagina, so I don't need to talk. But I just want you to be comfortable. So if you telling me you don't need that, then we don't need that. I'm gonna get straight to it.
Okay, because
But
you got
you know,
guys that are straight up. Well, what do you like? That's none of your business because you may never even get it. They
yeah,
want to do full,
yeah,
and that just turns me off
okay.
so
yeah.
bad. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, straight.
Well,
I agree in the sense of like I don't like that conversation too early, but if it comes up or like for me, what I'll do is if it doesn't naturally come up, I'll like figure out a way to play a game and then in that game kind of like get those questions in. But I was going to say I also feel like it's a misconception around like it's very known fact that like you know for women every woman is turned on by different things, right? So like what turns me on might not turn you on. So like somebody, you know, Will might be amazing to me, but he might be decent to you because we get turned on by different things. I think that it's the same thing with men as well, but for some reason, like people just have this misconception that like, oh, I know how to suck dick, but it's like, do you know how to suck his dick? Like,
Yeah.
not everybody wants their dick sucked the exact same way. Not everybody wants to be like, you
All dick
know,
is not made
like
equal.
sexuality, like just sex in general
Yeah,
the
you
same
know,
way. So
wouldn't
for
you?
me, that's why like that conversation prior to having sex is important for me because I want to make sure one, I'm pleasuring you, but I also want you to have an understanding of me because it's like you could be everybody you had sex with could rate you a 10, but if you don't know how to please me, you could be a smooth 4, you know?
That's fact.
So let me ask y'all before we close this out. Is
Mhm.
everybody in agreements? Well, not agreements. Do y'all want to have the sex talk before or after you have sex?
After, I don't need an entrance interview.
I prefer before, but not like too early, but definitely before.
I want to hear what's up. What you think?
Fonte?
I feel like me, I like before because I want to know what I'm getting myself into before I get myself
Mhm.
into, so I can decide on if I want to sleep with you or not. Because you may
Oh,
not
that's
know,
true.
you may not know some shit. Because I know me, I'm a freak, so I gotta, I need to know if you can handle what I'm gonna bring because I bring a lot.
Billy?
Listen.
Talk your shit. Stand in your shit. Don't let him discourage you.
Listen. I am before and after.
Oh, okay.
Beforehand, I want to know if I'm gonna
How
get
was it
this.
for
I want
you?
to gonna get this head popping, and if not, then I know not to expect that. And then of course, after the deed is done, you know, I want to know what was good for you, what wasn't good for you, so we can make that improvement if there's a next time.
Well, I'm going to say before because of my trash ass experience, and I would definitely want to know before because it lets me know what I not need to know, also what to do. So I want to talk to you beforehand, but I'm not going to have like a 30-minute conversation, just like what do you like, what you don't like, and then just keep it moving. So that's me.
Like I said, this is why dick pics matter.
I hate
See?
dick pics. Don't
See,
send
and
me
I know
no
women
dick
that
pic.
don't like dick.
Don't send
That's
me
not into
no
that.
dick pic. That
Yeah,
is,
I'm like,
oh my God, that shit.
Talking about
First
sex,
of all,
but
it's
show me
always
your
a
dick
lie.
and I'll let you know if
It's
I'm
always a lie. Ain't nobody send no dick pic, and that was actually the size of their dick. It's an angle. It's like, no, I don't. Either it look too small.
Dick
It either
pics
looks
be
smaller
like-
than what it is, or it
I
look
just
bigger than
want
what
to
it
say,
is.
I
I
think
don't
my
like.
analysis of the ladies was dead on, even though they don't agree with it. I think my analysis is dead on.
I don't like sex conversations.
One
I
is a
never
freak,
have.
and one is a good girl with the good cooch.
I
think
believe it.
I
I
was
believe it's neither. That's me, but
I don't need you to talk to me about nothing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
see. It's kind of like when you send your resume. I feel like people should send in their resume, the good qualities, and a dick pic. I don't want you to talk to me about sex. It makes me uncomfortable. It's gonna turn me off. But send me your resume and a dick pic. And
All right,
like,
so I'm gonna get your IG, and I'm gonna send you something nice in your IG, man. And you let me know.
Don't send me
Let me know if I got the job or not.
Wait, so what's on the resume then if it's not sex talk?
That's a good question.
because
What is?
Who, me?
No,
like
for
to
her,
see-
because she
No,
said
for-
don't have a conversation with me. I just want the resume and the dick pic. So I'm like, what's on the resume then?
I'd be so offended by those conversations. I don't know. I've always been like that. Don't talk to me about sex. If I'm interested in having sex with you, I'm going to have sex with you. But if you
Okay.
want to bring up sex, the way you bring up sex to me is send me your dick pic, and that's going to determine if I talk to you or block you. That's just how it works.
Wow.
That's me.
That is
That's
new. I never heard that one.
interesting. So you rather okay?
I'm not.
You rather get a
blocked
dick pic
after
straight out
sending
the
the dick,
gate
like-
than somebody being like,
Like
yo,
send them dick pics too. So
Okay.
her
Girl, you gotta
DMs
get a whole
crazy.
bunch of dick pics in your
Her
inbox.
DMs
was
is a
saying.
sausage party.
Wait a minute. Do
Sausage
you
is
want a
not-
dick pic with the face or just dick pic and resume?
Just the meat and the resume, and then put it like next to something I can relate to, like the remote control or the cordless phone. You know,
nah, angles.
Porn
bruh,
agency?
angles.
Like, what the fuck going on? Got a
It's
porn
angles,
agency or
bro.
something?
I need to know if you bigger or smaller than the Roku.
You got an
remote.
OnlyFans account or something? What's going on?
How do you even know what they look like if you just say send me resume and DP? Like you gotta know who you're
I
talking
thought
to.
this was a safe place, so
No,
is
it
a
is.
safe
I'm just
place.
trying to understand what's
I'm
on the
just-
resume.
Me too.
That's all.
But
I
I'm
just
trying to
wanna-
understand if you're gonna see the
tell
resume.
me about you as a person. You know,
Oh, okay.
that's
Okay.
I just feel like I've never based a relationship with a person based on their sex. I always loved something else about them before I even had sex with them because I am a lover. They call me the super cuddler. I don't know why, but that's just how I am.
Okay.
That's fair.
Interesting.
Oh,
Something
okay.
new every day.
You really do, Billy. You really do. Yeah.
I thought I
yeah.
thought I knew it all, and I just learned something new.
Well, it's
I've never been-
CL from
Fortunately,
Pussy Talk. She talks everything from her head to toe. So there's never nothing that's off limits with her. So
I'm a lover, not a fucker.
Yeesh.
what?
But send them dick
Girl,
pics
the
though.
dick pics gonna be showing up tonight.
Yes,
Send them dick
people.
pics and your resume.
Talks. I got a repertoire of dick pics. I was like, thank you for the meats.
Yeah, B, you're right. We do learn something every new with her show. There's never a dull moment with her. So let's spin this a little bit and go in a different route. So
I don't
the
know how
Reverend,
we spent 20 minutes on
Yo.
dick when we talk about petty. I thought the conversation was pettiness, but here we are.
Listen,
talking
we
about
just getting
dick.
warm. Whoa!
That was my
Every
fault. I asked a follow-up question and then we
Every
just ran
show
with
I
it.
go
So
on-
that was
Every show
Listen,
I
potato,
go on,
potato,
it
man.
comes up. We talk about pettiness.
Go ahead, Will. You got it, man. It's your
so
work.
the great Reverend T.D. Jakes, he said, "Are we raising women to be men? Do you agree or disagree?"
Yep.
I think that spin was perfect because this young lady on the panel, she wants you to see your resume and your dick
I
pic.
disagree.
I disagree as
That
well.
is male energy right there all day.
I don't know if I should go first or should I let our.
You might as well.
I believe yes, we are, because in the society that we're now growing up in, we're living in and transitioning. Women are being raised to be men because they're having to take on everything, like everything from raising kids by themselves to getting jobs to holding down things to where it's almost like they don't need male masculine energy anymore, except for maybe having babies. But that's just my opinion on it.
I got you, Will.
Oh no.
No. I'm being for real because I do talk for real sometimes. But this
Yeah, I know you do.
this my honest opinion on that. I feel like because single mothers raise little girls to be single mothers, that's why that statement is true. And I don't mean to be super negative when I say that, but when women are raising their daughters, they are hard. They say, hey, you got to know how to do this, you got to know how to do that. And they focus on so hard building women to be independent, or as we describe it as masculine, that women are also demasculating their male sons because he can get away with murder. But those little girls, you're not going out past this time. But the little boy be out all night. You got to do this. You have to do that. I have to groom you to be a provider. But they don't use that same energy or same conversations on male boys. And you don't have to take it from me. You could just look in your community and people that you know. Look how hard they are on their daughters. Look how hard they try to protect. You're not going to be a teen mom. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. But they're not having these same necessarily conversations with little boys. You're not going to be a teen mom. I mean, a teen dad, this, and this. It just is what it is. Girls curfew in most people's households, 9 o'clock. Boys can come in at 11 o'clock. So it's really, I said this before, single moms are raising single moms, which are demasculating young men, unfortunately, is my opinion.
How about you, Billy? What you have to say?
I am a product of a single mother home, and my mom was definitely I won't say masculine, but she definitely had masculine energy because she was just forced to be in that role as a single mother. But to answer the question, you know, I just think we're just out of alignment. Just period. The way how God created us was for it to be a man and a woman in the house. And for many years, women have advocated to be treated equal as men. And now that they've gotten their wish, you know, a lot of women are not happy being these strong, independent women because it's a lot of work that come along with that. And not to take any accountability away from the men that don't want to raise their kids, but it's just one big shit show, man. But the way how it's designed, it should be a man and a woman in the house, 2-parent household. That's the way it was designed through God. But we're just completely out of alignment, and we are seeing the ramifications of that.
You next, V.
So I agree with pretty much everything. I'm sorry, is her name
CL?
CL. I agree with everything she said, and because of those reasons, that's why I don't believe that we're raising women to be men, because I personally don't think that as a woman I could ever teach a man to be a man or a woman to do, okay, how do I go back? So basically, I agree with Billy in the sense of I think a man teaches a man how to be a man. I think as a woman, it's my job to teach my daughters or, the younger women after me to be women. It's unfortunate that specifically I'm just going to speak on the Black community, but it's unfortunate that we've been put in different circumstances where Black men have been taken from us generation after generation, decade after decade, century after century. Take it back as far as you want to take it. And so because of that, women in our community are looked at as being more masculine because we didn't have the choice. So for me, I come from a family where I had both my parents, but my father was in and out of jail majority of my childhood and my adolescence. So my mother pretty much was playing both roles for most of that. But with that being said, I see how that has impacted me now. And I also see how important it is when I'm ready to raise my family that I do want to have that male figure, because I think it's important to have that masculine energy to match that feminine energy. I think that a woman can never be a man. I mean, as much as this whole, I don't like when the movement of I don't need a man type of thing, not in a relationship or I don't know how to say this, but basically I don't like when people make the whole argument of I don't need a man. Now, no, necessarily I don't need a man, but that doesn't mean that I don't want one. Yes, I was taught how to change a tire. Yes, I do know how to build things that probably most women don't know how to do. Yes, I grew up cutting the grass. Yes, I did take out the shirt. I did a lot of what's deemed masculine things, but that doesn't mean that moving forward I want to continue doing those masculine things. I like my feminine energy. And I think that it's important to put that feminine energy in, the girls, and also find the empowerment in feminine energy. Because I do think that women bring something that men can't bring, and men bring something that women can't bring. So yeah, basically to answer your question, I don't necessarily think we're raising women to be men. I think that unfortunately Black women specifically, or Black girls, are being put in circumstances where they have to be more independent, and their mothers may be harder on them, but I don't think they're necessarily being raised to be men, because I think only a man can teach a man how to be a man.
Interesting. And you, Vontae?
Ooh, everybody said a lot, so it's hard for me to go after everybody because y'all just basically hit the mark on every single thing. So all I can say is, from my point of view, I mean, with me being gay and raised in a single parent household, like, I wasn't raised like to know masculine energy because my mother was a woman. So I had to find that out on my own. So I feel like in certain instances in my situation, like my mother, she had a little bit of like show me what a man's supposed to do, but I had to learn out basically the hard way, like what a man's supposed to do. And like, but she told me like, hey, you gotta provide, you need to be independent, and you need to make sure like you not in these streets. Like, and like the other girl said, she did hit some point on, which I do agree, how some homes do raise the male to a higher standard and put the girl lower and say, oh yeah, she got to be in the house by a certain time and all of that. I do feel like they need to put more strain on the males also, as long as with the women.
Okay, and so I will say this. I was on the different side of the spectrum because my dad raised my brother and I by himself. So I grew up with just a single father. I didn't have my mother for a majority of my life until she came back to when I was practically damn near an adult. So I'm different because I learned how to be a man from a man who was almost raised by my grandmother, and he really didn't have his dad around. So me knowing what it's like just to be a man from a man is a little bit different, because when I see these women out here and they're raising these boys to be men, it's almost like they're not getting everything that they're supposed to be. And I continue like to say that broken homes are raising broken people, because we're continuously making broken homes with almost single parents. And like Billy said, there's not two people like it should be, like it says in the Bible, even though nobody wants to go by the Bible standards because it's different from what we all think it is. And just by yeah, and just by saying that, it's just like I look at it different, because I know what it's like to be raised by a man who did everything by himself, raising two Black boys in the ghetto, trying to get us out. And then we did get out, we still had challenges because it was a struggle every day. So just knowing that, I see it differently. And I think women are being raised to be men. I really do. And that's just my own personal perspective on it.
But it's by choice, not by force, not by choice in a lot of situations, unfortunately. But I do agree with you. Shout out to your dad.
Yeah,
well, shout out to your pops on that one.
Yeah, he's a strong one.
He raised
but I don't think single dads really
himself.
get shine like that. I think single mothers get more shine than single dads. So shout out to your pops.
Yeah, he's always asking, well, where's my credit? Where's my Mother's and Father's Day? And it's almost like, well, we can't give you a Mother's Day card because they would be ready. But still, I like to always be the epitome, because we're talking about a Black man raising two Black children by himself, basically, like by himself. And no one seems to understand that not a lot of Black men get credit for that, like really get credit for trying, because you have other ones that just be out here and they just don't care. So yeah, my dad is definitely a true inspiration to me. He really is.
Wow.
I think it's
more like that.
I think it's important too to kind of think of what is your modern day definition of a man and a woman. Because even if you take out the whole idea of like the broken home and things of that nature, the modern day woman was going to happen regardless, because women weren't always going to like continue to only like be under, you know, the leadership of a man in every aspect. Like I think it was women couldn't even buy property in their names until what, like the 60s or the 70s. So it's like even stuff like that, like women couldn't open bank accounts, women like couldn't do all of that until, honestly, I would say recent times, because that was literally probably within like my grandparents and my parents' time frame. So I'm just curious to know, what is your modern day definition of a man and a woman? Because I just think that you have to consider those things when you're saying those things, because I think women inevitably were going to become independent regardless, just because of the type of society we live in.
Well, I see it this way. It's like if there's always some type of placate to where a man is supposed to be this and a woman is supposed to be that. Well, if we go back almost 30, 40, even 50 years ago of what a man and woman was supposed to be, where the one is staying home and one is going out, but when we put together, they can both be on an equal standard. And it just seems like nobody wants to be equal anymore. Everybody wants to be higher than other in the hierarchy when it comes to men and women, whether it's a black or white thing. We're just talking about people in general. Like somebody wants to be over somebody to hold that power and say, I'm over you because of such and such reason. So when it comes to the standard definition of what a man is supposed to be, a man is almost supposed to be a protector and a provider. Now, where a woman is supposed to be, it is a lot of different definitions, because you try to think what a woman is, and then she'll tell you why she's not. So it's almost like you can't give a certain, well, not a certain, a clear cut definition of what a woman can be and could be.
That's because she's gonna cut you off every single time, and that's just being truthful. Or
Yep.
she's gonna deflect. No, no, no. You can't say she's supposed to, cook and clean for the kids, because then you're trying to oppress her. So I guess it is kind of hard, and that's just being accountable for women. Because I've seen women, like a guy try to tell her, "Well, this is what you're supposed to do." No, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I ain't your old grandma. They get offended, but a guy's supposed to just take it when you tell him he's supposed to provide and do this, and that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're
I
gonna
want
be.
to.
And I don't get
I,
how some men
I
get
want to.
mad when a woman makes more than them. I'm just like, I feel like we both can make equal money. At least I feel like I say this way: if one of us falls short, at least one of us can pick up. Versus, either one of us making higher than the other. If one make higher than the other, at least I know you can provide for the house if if one of us lose a job.
True. Let's just hope it's not
I
the one
want to say.
or lose their job.
Yeah.
I want to say this in rebuttal to the statement the other young lady made. I used to work in jail a couple years ago, and there was a lot of women that worked in there. Now, if anybody knows about being a correctional officer, you make a lot of money working in jail. So I got to know a lot of women there, and we would have these type of conversations all the time. So one of the questions that I asked the lady, and I guess to piggyback on the young lady's point about modern-minded women, I asked these ladies, I said, would you be okay with your man being a stay-at-home dad, doing everything that the woman does, cook, clean, do the homework, the soccer practice, all of that stuff that women traditionally have done, being that you're the financial breadwinner in your relationship? Would you be okay with that kind of relationship? And you will be surprised how many women I've asked that question to, and they all were like, hell no, I'm not doing no stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home dude. So I want to ask the ladies on this panel, if you were the breadwinner in your relationship and you had a really good guy who was cool being a stay-at-home dad and doing all of the traditional things that a woman do, would you be cool with that type of relationship? Speaking of modern-minded.
So I'm going to speak from just my household. So like my dad, my dad was the breadwinner pretty much my parents' entire existence until he lost his law license and went to jail. He paid for my mom to go to college, all of that kind of stuff. After the last time, he went 3 times. After the last time he went in, he did flip roles. So I've seen that because my mom was the breadwinner that whole entire period of time, which was most of my existence. So like he was the one who was Like when I would come home from school, he would be cooking dinner. He was the one who was doing laundry or teaching us how to do laundry. He was the one taking me to my basketball games when I played basketball. He was the one doing a lot of those things because my mom was the breadwinner, and because of his situation, he couldn't get out and work. So because I've seen that, and because of how that helped create a better relationship for me and my dad now, I personally probably wouldn't have an issue with it, because I also don't feel like I looked at my dad as less of a man, because he was always the man of the house. That was always very clear. He was the man of the household. So at no point did I feel like he wasn't the man of the household, when he was doing those things. But I think that it's important though to make sure. I think my parents did a good job and kind of instilling those roles type of thing, where, like I said, I never looked at my mom as the man of the household. The only time I did was when he was away, but when he was home, and even when he was doing the more domesticated things, I always saw him as the man of the house.
Right.
So I got a question for her. So you said your dad initially was the breadwinner, right?
Yes.
So she already knew what he was about. She already knew what he was capable of. But do you think she would have been okay with that if he had never provided and been?
I mean, that I don't know. I'm just speaking from what I saw, because my whole life, my dad was in and out of jail up until the third time he got out. So I didn't experience him being the breadwinner in my lifetime, but she did. So
right, and I think that's why she was okay with it being that way. But if I'm just now dating a guy who ain't never provided for me, I don't honestly think I would be okay with it. That was my point that I was making. But if you held me down, I ain't got no problem with holding you down. Or even if you were my partner and you helped me, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But if I never seen you take charge like that financially or be able to provide for me, I couldn't say I would want you to be my house husband. I feel like I would need a new husband. But that's just me.
Wow. Smart people all around. I love each and every one of you. I really do. I mean that honestly. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm really not. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on and being a part of this lovely, lovely conversation.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Will, but what the fuck? Where are you at that you got a house phone jack beside? It's been bothering
because me. I'm on assignment in upstate New York, so I'm staying in this rinky dink ass bed and breakfast place. So
okay, it was just bothering me because I was like, show me the house phone.
You want to see it? I'll show you.
They got the house phone in there too? I just
I thought he was joking.
Oh wow, this nigga got artifacts.
yeah.
They might as well have a rotary phone.
No. I'm at this mom and pop bed and breakfast in upstate New York for work assignment, and I walked in here and this is the first thing I seen. I'm like, oh shit. And I ain't got no tape to put over it. So I'm like, well, it just makes it look good. So.
It's part of the show now.
Yep, it's part of the show. So I want everybody to go around, tell where people can follow you, reach out to you, and all that good stuff. So which one of you ladies wants to go first?
She can go first.
Okay. What's up, y'all? I'm Venice, aka V. I host a podcast called Sip and Spill. You can find us at Sip and Spills across every social media: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And the easiest way to find us is sipandspills.com. That's SIPANDSPILLS.com. And for me personally, you can follow me at Iam.Venice across all social media.
All right. And the queen of the bunch.
No. Hey y'all, hey, I am CL. Y'all know I'm the hostess with the mostest from Pussy Talks. Y'all can find me on all platforms. You know, my show is a little bit more different than his. I love his because we have good conversation. On my show, we just ratchet as hell. But we have a great time. Follow me, bitch. That's it.
How about you, Vontae?
Where everyone can find me at What Was Said, on Twitter, Instagram, also Facebook and Snapchat, just without the underscore. My podcast is on Apple and Anchor. Mine is basically all about random topics, whatever comes to my mind, whatever I feel like talking about, that I feel like, that's heavy on my spirit that I feel like, somebody might don't want to talk about, I'm willing to talk about.
Okay.
And
That's all
Mr.
my show
Williams.
is about. When he said, I love him.
All right. Thank you for having me, Will. I appreciate you bringing me on your platform. And shout out to all the people that's on the panel as well. This was a blast. You could Google me, FWBPC, All Things Relationship. That's Friends with Billy Podcast, All Things Relationship. We on TikTok, we on IG, and my Facebook is Billy G. Williams, and my YouTube is the same thing, FWBPC, All Things Relationship. Google me.
All right, people, and that was my panel. I want to give a shout out to Billy, Devontae, Miss CL, and Miss Venice. Thank y'all so much, my beautiful Black people. I appreciate for you having this conversation with me. I really do. Not only did y'all get sarcastic, but y'all got real, and that's what we need to have. More real talks about real things going on in life. So thank you and shout out to all of you. I appreciate
thank you for having us.
I need my
Thank
orgasm
you.
though, man. I ain't getting an orgasm, man. I need my orgasm.
Well, I mean, you was talking about what their boxes might look like, so I figured that was the orgasm right there.
Well, I did have a threesome, right? Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thank you for the threesome, man.
Yeah. So you
Had a podcast threesome.
I mean, I gave you some chocolate and some caramel, so it
True
doesn't
that.
get better than that.
True that. Shout out to Big Willie staff.
Yes. But thank y'all so much. Remember, folks, make sure you go follow all these beautiful people where they're at, and it can only get better from here. So I'm Will, host of Sarcasm and Orgasm. I was joined by Mr. Billy G. Williams, Miss CL from Pussy Talks, Venice from Sip and Spill, right? Sip and Spill?
Yes.
Yes. And then what was said, Mr. Vontae. So thank you all, everybody, for coming out. This has been another lovely episode of Sarcasm Orgasm. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as well as their channels too. So thank you all. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.
Peace.